10 ways to forgive yourself. Sometimes it is quite difficult for us to forgive ourselves, either because we have made big mistakes in the past, regret not doing what we should, and so on. But you need to try to forgive yourself. By forgiving yourself, your life will be better and you will easily accept who you are. How can you forgive yourself? This video will explain some of the ways you can apologize and give forgiveness to the most important person in the world, yourself. 1. Accepting your past. Often, a person cannot forgive himself for something in the past. It could be that you experience an event in which you feel you are the cause. For example, something happened to a member of your family because you didn't come home right away. From then on, you've been blaming yourself. What you have to realize is, no matter how hard you try, you won't be able to go back in time. Think of it as a rear-view mirror. You just have to look occasionally at it to be more careful going forward. The faster you can accept your past, it will help you a lot to forgive yourself. Can you accept your past? If so, tell us how. If not, also share why you haven't been able to move on from that past. 2. Our mistakes makes us become a better person. To make it easier to forgive yourself, there is one thing you should be aware of. You have to accept that humans are bound to make mistakes at some point, whether to other people, the environment, and even yourself. Do you remember the bad decision that you regret? For example, getting drunk, lazing around in college, leaving someone who loves you, and so on. Your mistakes, no matter how big or light it is, you can make it into a new material to make you better in the future. What mistakes do you think make you better? 3. There is no harm to make mistakes as long as you already do the best. Our act and thinking during a situation based on our experience, knowledge, and belief we are having during those days. For instance, what do you think when you want to drive your parents' car? On the other hand, you have taken some driving lessons. You believe that you already have the skills needed to drive a car properly, until those beliefs and confidence are gone when you hit the fence. Yes, your parents will get mad at you. But before you step up on the gas pedal, you put your seatbelt on. You check the engine. You check your surroundings and other safety measures. At least, you have done your best. The lesson is, now you can assess your driving skills after the incident, and you know which areas you want to improve. 4. There are always a lesson in any circumstances. When you hit your parents' car into a fence, you take a lesson to be learned. When you forgot to put the alarm in the morning and you got late, you took a lesson. The moment you realized that you love your best friend on their wedding day, you took a lesson. A really big lesson. It's normal to regret something you have done or something you didn't do. But if you can see the lesson and learn from it, the better for you to forgive yourself. Take a look at Bruce Wayne when he falls into the well. If you fall, the lesson is you need to get up again. You can rise after you learn from your mistakes. Are you ready to rise again? Let us know in the comment. 5. Stop being denial. To protect yourself from shame or guilt, often we can't accept it as our mistakes. We keep denying the circumstances that have happened. We look for a comfortable place for our thinking and don't want to admit your mistakes. The fact is, the more you ignore the problem, the more it will come back to you again. The problem won't disappear no matter how hard you deny it. The more you waste your time denying, you will feel more guilty after time. Stop denying your fault. Accept it. Embrace it and realize that you have made some mistakes. After that point, you will be able to give yourself forgiveness. 6. Make an apology. After you can realize your mistakes, now it's time to think of anybody that you've hurt. Is it your family, your significant other, your child, neighbor, or anyone? Maybe it will feel awkward at the beginning, but it is the most important step towards forgiveness. Maybe you are afraid that they won't give you forgiveness at first. The risks are always there, but the most important thing is you have done the most important, which is when you make an apology. you have done your obligation to others. You can take a lesson from it. You admit your mistakes, and now you can start to forgive yourself. 7. Hit that redo button. What are the things you want to change in the past? Is there something you want to change, or do you want to take another path? You can write down a list of anything you have done in the past. After you've done writing, make a new list about how you want to do it differently. You deserve a redo. We all deserve a second chance. So, whenever you face a similar situation, you already have an idea of how to make a different approach towards it. Take your note now or your gadget. Write a list of things you've done. After you see your list, what are the things you want to change? Share with us in the comment below. Your story will help others who need it. 8. You can always turn the page. Yes, you have written your list, and you also make a new list about your new approach towards it. But what if you find it hard to do, and you just can't find ideas about how to make a difference for your past? Just like a book or some episodes on Netflix or YouTube, you can skip the chapter. We mean it. If you try too hard for a change, maybe it just isn't worth it. Lesson learned, values added. You realize your mistakes, and now it's time to fill the blank page. You can move on and turn the page. You can push those skip buttons and move to the episodes you need. But we remind you, please don't skip this video, okay? 9. Visualize forgiveness. To forgive yourself, you can make a visualization. You can lie down or sit in a relaxed position. Now, you can make an image or visualize yourself a scene where you are forgiven. What do you see? What do you feel? What are the actions you would like to take after seeing yourself being forgiven? Visualization will help you make an apology to yourself, and it will be easier to forgive yourself. 10. Love yourself. After all of the effort to forgive yourself, the next most important thing is you give love for yourself. Think about any good things you have right now. What are your advantages compared to others? What kind are you having inside you? Practicing self-love is important to give yourself forgiveness. Do you want to know how to give yourself more love? Check our video titled 10 Ways to Love Yourself More. Tell us what you think about it. Sometimes it's hard to forgive yourself. Hopefully, our tips to forgive yourself can give you some ideas about what actions you want to take. Don't forget to subscribe and share with us what are the ways you've done to forgive yourself. Let's discuss this in the comments. Make sure to hit that like button and share it to your friends who need this. Subscribe to this channel, and thanks for watching.